All right, Rohan. So I think let's get on to it. I think another
Yes.
30, 40 minutes. I hope it will be a cracker. Now, couple of questions which comes to mind, and especially for our audience. How did it all start? I know you mentioned earlier Satvik, Chirag, you all same batch, same group, and you have been toiling hard for almost like 7, 8 years now. Since 2015, 16, we have been seeing you on the ground.
I mean, see, I started playing when I was 7 or 8,
Yeah,
and my elder brother used to play. My dad still plays. So at that age, they used to, just go and play. My dad used to take my elder brother for training and stuff. I used to just tag around with them, just like a young boy, trying to, just spend some time in the evenings. That's how it all started. Just going with them to the stadium, then just doing something in the corner and they're training or they're
right,
playing.
right.
Cut to that. I mean, I joined a academy in Delhi. Started playing, just for fun. Started playing the state tournament under 10, under 13. Started winning them. But basically, what I mean to say is because of my dad and my elder brother, I started playing and seeing my dad still play.
Ah,
That's my motivation. He's my motivation because, I mean,
right,
I he can do it. I have to do it.
right, right, right.
So post under 13, winning the state tournaments, under 15 state tournaments. So there's a story of why I moved to Hyderabad and how I moved to Hyderabad. My
Please.
grandparents, my mom's parents live in Hyderabad. So
Okay.
every summer we used to visit them
Yeah.
for summer vacations. And just for one summer, my dad asked me to take my kid back with me and said, why not? There are so many academies there. We'll just, try and speak to them. And if they can allow you to play for 2 months while you're in Hyderabad. I said, okay, okay, I'll do that. And we just walked into the academy and we saw Gopi sir on the course and we just spoke to him. Mom, dad spoke to him. And he said, yeah, sure. I mean, he can play. This is 2010 I'm talking about,
Right. Right.
13 years ago. And so probably a week later, he called mom, dad again. And he said, I mean, he's also looking for young players to join the academy. If
Nice.
Rohan is interested, I would like to offer him to train here. And I mean, I don't know how to react when mom told me this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course, I couldn't say no. I mean, I didn't know how big this is, but somewhere I knew that this is a big thing for me if I
Absolutely.
move here. And
Absolutely.
all credit to mom, dad for supporting me to take this decision.
Right.
So that's how it started. And since then, it's my 13th year running in the academy, and
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm grateful to Gopi sir and
And
my
yeah,
parents.
you're growing strength to strength, and none better than Gopichand sir himself. I think
Yeah.
he has given so many crowns, if I can say so. I think pretty much all these stars we know in badminton are from Hyderabad, training under him, and,
Yes.
and he's the best in the business, rather
Yes.
actually.
Yes. No doubt about it.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean it's good. Dad and mom so much enthusiastic. Dad, your dad plays himself.
Yes.
Did
Yes.
he
He still plays every day.
play casual badminton or he was
Yeah.
anywhere?
I mean, he plays regularly. I mean, he plays every day. He's a big fan of badminton and
Awesome.
other sports as well, but more of badminton.
All about it.
So, I mean, he never could get that professional thing done in his journey, but
Right,
he always had that interest. So he kept it going.
right.
And I mean, whenever I go to Delhi for that brief period of time in the year, I go with him to play.
Awesome, awesome.
Yeah,
So when you play with your dad, then how does it work? Like
I try to cover him, and I still get abused.
interesting. Okay, okay. I think that's a proud moment.
Irrespective of how good you play, dad की बात अलग ही रहती है.
And I mean, yeah, I mean, you have to be. You're literally on the fence when you're playing with your dad. Balance करना पड़ता है, right? Isn't it?
Of course, करना पड़ेगा. जिंदगी भर करना पड़ेगा.
इसलिए करना पड़ेगा. No, interesting. And how about your brother? You mentioned your brother used to also
So
play.
he played till under 19, and post that he gave up.
Okay,
I mean, he was interested, but not to
right.
pursue it as a career.
As a career.
So I mean, he did other stuff post under 19. So he gave up after that.
So you're carrying that dream of the family, your brother, your father,
I
and
mean,
son, and the whole
yes,
country. Yeah. Excellent. So who was? I mean, yes, I totally understand. You draw a lot of inspiration from your dad, and even he plays as of today. But who was your one, poster boy in badminton, or maybe an athlete in badminton rather? We look at and say, my God, this is what I want to be next 10 years. I mean, ये 10 साल पहले की पूछ रहा हूँ मैं, मतलब
Honestly, 10 साल पहले अगर आप मेरे से पूछोगे, so as we were just speaking about singles, right? How singles has a different motive and everything.
right.
Same, it was for me also. When I joined the academy, I used to play singles. It was
Right.
Gopi sir who made me shift to doubles, and
Okay.
then post doubles later on to mixed doubles.
Okay.
So he, categorized that for me. But when I joined, it was all singles. So probably when I joined, I didn't even know, I didn't even have the knowledge who the top players are,
Understand.
about the international circuit as well. But post 2010, I mean, after the Commonwealth Games, Saina Didi won, Kashyap
Right.
Bhaiya won,
Right.
yeah, Chetan Bhaiya won.
Right. Right.
So after all these, my seniors started winning these big medals. I
Yeah.
only knew them at that time.
Right.
So being very honest, these were all my, idols.
Titles.
Post 2012, Cynergy won the Olympic medal,
Yeah.
and it was like a big boom in the industry.
Yeah.
And okay, maybe 2012 I started growing a bit, but still, there was nobody bigger than Cynergy at that time.
Absolutely. I think getting that Olympics medal was
Yes,
probably
yes.
first time. I
I
don't
mean, I
remember
know how difficult it is to qualify for the Olympics.
exactly. Yeah.
After qualifying, getting a medal is like
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
commendable.
that brought badminton to its fore. Actually,
Of
Rohan.
course, of course.
Lot of
So I never had a doubles idol, to be honest. It was always the singles players who I dreamt of.
and actually that's the story with everybody. Every doubles player you say, I mean, they say that there is no doubles title, and actually you're
Of
right.
course, but see, that's the only thing I would like to change, because
Right.
post this era, post Satvik Chirag and all the other doubles players who are doing well, now the younger generation still has somebody to look up to
Look up.
in doubles and mixed doubles and women doubles as well,
True.
like Jwala Didi, Ashwini Didi, Sikki,
Right. Right.
Jerry, Sanev Bhaiya, Rupesh Bhaiya, Diju Bhaiya,
Yeah.
all the seniors.
Right. Right.
So I mean, that is it. Every event has to have a top player in our country, and it will be there someday.
तो अभी इक्वेशन कैसा है आपका? मतलब कोचिंग में तो ऑफ कोर्स आप मतलब गोपी चंद सर के साथ हो,
Yeah.
बट अभी ये सारे भैया के बीच में एंड दीदी के बीच में अभी कैसा इक्वेशन आपको बैठता है इनके
No, no,
साथ?
I have a really good equation with all my seniors. I'm really close to all of them, and I'm very grateful that they treat me like the younger brother. And I'm being very honest. Yeah, I have a very, very good equation with all my seniors.
And that's the best way to do it, right? Being
Yeah,
humble
yeah, yeah. I like to hang out with them.
and grab as much as you can from these people.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
anytime. In
True,
the initial days of the academy, we used to fill up water for them in the evening before bedtime, and we used to chota mota kaam we used to do for them, and sometimes they used to give us grips. They used to give us some T-shirt or something. So we used to be so happy. If you do something for Bhaiya, he will give us this.
It's like fanboy moment.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Oh, Kashyap bhai ne T-shirt diya. Oh, isne ye diya. So
Right, right,
that
right.
type. But they have always been very nice and very helpful. They've always. So now Guru Bhai has also got into coaching.
Right.
So I mean, even though he's training into singles and he's always been a singles player, even in tournaments when it's needed, he talks to me and tells me, I think this is going on. You should look into this. You should do this.
And
So
Arun sir is still there, isn't Arun sir still?
sorry,
Arun? Arun
Arun
sir?
Vishnu.
Yeah, he's also
Yeah,
there.
yeah, he's also coaching us. He's also coaching us. He's also taking care of women doubles and mixed doubles now.
We have really a fleet of amazing kind of coaches who have been the players on their own and really
Definitely, definitely. Even Jerry Bear's wife, Pratnya Didi, was also coaching us for a brief period of time. So that was also a very good time. She was taking care of mixed doubles, and so I was. That was the time I was playing with Kuku, and she really helped that 1.5 year she was coaching.
right, right. Hey, but yeah, it's amazing. I mean, amazing to see how players like you are coming to the fore. As I said, the mixed doubles for us are rare हो गया था. And
Correct.
especially, I mean, I felt Siki has been really amazing in mixed doubles, and I
Correct.
think after Jerry, I think there was a vacuum.
Yeah.
Literally. And Siki and Jerry pair was so common. Pretty
Correct.
much every tournament they're going to fight, and they have done extremely well. But now I think with Anderson with Siki, you have 2 titles already now, 2 to 3.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we started playing in September,
Right.
And the second tournament we played, we won.
Right.
The third tournament we played, we lost in the finals. Fourth tournament we won again, and
Right.
then this year Denmark we won again.
But again,
So
and
we have.
Slovenia was also very close. In fact, the way it went, I think you
Yeah,
end
so
up
the start was really important for us, and touchwood, it was good. We played like 5, 6 tournaments in a row, and we performed really well in those 5, 6 tournaments.
right.
So I think, yeah, I mean, the start was really important because the first tournament we played, we lost in the first round,
Right.
and we were a little. I mean, I'm not sure about her, but I was a little disheartened
It's
because
happened.
I wasn't sure what to take of it, whether to judge this partnership too soon
Right.
or give it some more time. And cut to next week, we won the title. So I think,
That's
yeah,
really
that
amazing.
patience was needed.
Yeah. No, in fact, to have that kind of a mindset, and as you said, the patience and making sure you're well rested, etc.,
Yes,
you're in the right frame of mind, and extremely important, especially in mixed doubles, because in mixed doubles and doubles, actually, there are two people playing. There's not just one person who is playing, so you have to really read the mind of
of
the other
course, the partnership has to click. You need
partner.
to be patient with each other.
Exactly, and I think one takes care of the other's deficiencies, perhaps, and rather the strengths, I would say.
It has to. I mean, it has to. I mean, all the doubles and mixed doubles players who are successful,
Right.
that is the only kick to it.
Get to it. Yeah. I think it's a planning. How do you guys plan? How do you guys discuss? I know she has been like in
So, I
next.
mean, we have certain patterns. She's a left-handed player. I'm a right-handed player. So
Yeah.
we have certain strategies for service returns and mid rallies that we try and cover. And the parts where she's strong at, she tries to stay there most of the time in the
Yeah.
game, and the rest I can probably cover a bit easily.
Right.
So yeah, we have a good repo. We are
Right.
understanding each other, and as much as we play every day, I think we'll gain that experience.
Right.
So there's so much to learn yet. So we're on to the right track, I think, and we're training with Gopi sir. So he's also taking care of us.
So what are the next tournaments, Rohan, you're looking at?
We're playing Korea Open starting from 18th. So we'll be flying around 15th for that.
Nice.
Korea Open is first, then Japan Open. We're in Reserve 1 right now. So we're hoping to get into that probably in the later stages. But
Right.
post that, the Australian Open. So we have 3 tournaments coming up next post 2 weeks. So we're
Wonderful.
training for that right now.
Wonderful. So you'll be most likely flying on the 15th or 14th of
14th, 15th, yes. One of the 14th or 15th, the Saturday, whichever
why,
Saturday it is.
curious to ask why Singapore is off the list, because last, I think, especially after
Mm,
COVID,
So,
that
so
yes,
last week, Singapore Open happened.
yeah, correct.
So our ranking was not in that bracket to get into Singapore Open
Okay.
because of the initial tournament, a tournament we played in Bangalore, which was an international tournament
Okay.
in 2022 ending November.
Right.
So what happened? We didn't get the points for that. We played the finals of that tournament, and for some reason,
We didn't get
some BWF ruling, we didn't get the points for that.
okay.
To cover that points, it took us like 4 5 months because we had planned 6 7 tournaments in a row, and we decided if we do this,
Right.
and we perform at this level, we will definitely get into this 32 ranking.
Awesome.
So now post Denmark, we got into 32, and Denmark was that week was Indonesia Open and Singapore Open week.
Right.
So we had to
Again,
choose a
yeah.
Denmark, yeah, a lower grade tournament to play.
I mean, it's not just you. I think I remember pre-COVID. Of course, COVID में 2 साल तो वैसे ही चला गया.
Yes,
Pre-COVID, actually, they used to come. In fact, as I said, most of the players I met was in Singapore, and it was very frequent. In fact, the whole contingent. I mean, as I said, Pranav, Siki, Kashyap, and Pullela Gopichan sir. I met him when he was here. Uh, Sindhu, PV Sindhu was there. So it was like complete fleet,
yes,
coming from India and representing India. And आप विश्वास नहीं करोगे इतने सारे फैंस वहां पे चेयर करने के लिए. मतलब सिंगापुर is a huge Indian community, and
correct,
they
correct,
were filling their stands, and my God, it was जब इंडिया का मैच होता था तो it's like you are somewhere else. It seems like अभी क्रिकेट स्टेडियम में आ गए हैं ऐसा हो जाता था. It's like a small
correct.
venue, but it's gets really noisy. But of late, it has been very quiet. I mean, I think PV Sindhu was here, and she
I
has been
mean, every player has to take care of his or her rankings
right,
because that is all which is
quiet,
important at the end of the day.
right,
To get into any tournament for any qualifications for world championships, for Olympics, it's all about your world ranking.
rankings. And अभी सिंगापुर में लेवल उन्होंने इतना बढ़ा दिया है ऊपर.
Correct. So if you're not into the top 32, you won't get in.
You won't get in. I
So
mean,
that is the thing. We are reserve one in Japan. The reason because the cutoff date was like a few weeks before
right,
the tournaments we had planned. But
right.
Korea we got in. So probably anything after Australia or from August onwards, we will get in. But Singapore thoda pehle tha, so we couldn't play that.
Yeah. I mean, Malaysian Open is very common. I think pretty
Correct.
much every athlete comes.
Malaysia Open and Thailand Open we got in the entries, but we withdrew because we wanted to train for a longer period of time and then play a set of tournaments.
Right, right, right. In the Indonesian Open, you guys did also quite well. I think it was you
In February.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we are personally trying to be there. I think next year Indonesian Open, Thailand Open,
Okay.
and
Oh, that'll be great.
yeah. So yeah, we look forward to see you. I mean, we were trying to cover as much as possible in Singapore, but last two tournaments I've seen that the representation is getting lower and lower. So we thought probably we expand our geography a bit and
Yeah.
we have to probably fly down and catch you guys somewhere over there. So that will be great. Yes, wonderful. So Rohan, I mean, I understand you're running short of time, but I just wanted to get some clarity around with you. You mentioned about planning, strategy, the mindset when you go as mixed doubles. How do you see your opponent? I mean, what kind of plans when you and Siki or you who sit down, discuss? Do you look at the videos? Do you look at those snippets? How they play? What kind of strategy they use? Discuss with the
So
coach.
when me and Ku used to play, I think we were still far, far behind to compete at this level. We were
Okay,
too young and we were not, I mean, we still had a lot to improve to get there.
right,
But I mean, sooner we reached that level, but we couldn't maintain that level for some reason. For these reasons, I should say.
right,
We reached that level 34, 35 ranking, but to maintain that level, we had to, compete at the highest level and, be consistent. So वो थोड़ा वहाँ lack हो रहा था.
right,
But now that I'm training with Sikki and playing with Sikki full time,
right,
that I know I need to cut down that gap. That and now I'm into 32, and any pair I play in the first, second round, third round, quarterfinals, whatever, will be a higher ranked player, will be a better player, will be a better, higher ranked opponent. So I need to be on my A game on that day. So
sure,
as you said, Sikki and me, we don't probably watch the videos of the opponents together, but we speak on text messages before the match, the night before the match. That I think this. You should watch this match, and let me know what you're thinking about it. And just after Taipei Open, we were coming back, and Sikki had some screenshots for me to show me that see if I'm here and you are here. This gap is left out. So whenever I'm playing this stroke, try and be here so that this gap is not opened up, and probably it's my left hand so I can cover this. So we have certain strategies, we look into it. For certain opponents, definitely we know that we have to win this match, so we have to be prepared. Whenever we played Chen Ping Sung twice, he's the Olympic silver medalist, so we beat him twice, once in Vietnam Open and once in ABC in Dubai in May. So before that we were pretty confident, and we the night before the match we spoke over the text that this how are you feeling, what are your thoughts. So we were both pretty confident. Yeah, I think we can win tomorrow. We just need to be patient and play a longer match if needed, and not to hurry. And that pretty much worked out. ABC was a good run for us. We almost missed out on a medal,
right.
almost missed out on creating history.
Yeah.
So unfortunate, but yeah, I was happy with the way we played that tournament.
You went into Denmark and that was a great revenge, rather, if I can call it. You met,
I would say yes and a no as well, because ABC was like the Super 1000 event,
yeah,
and Denmark Open was still not the top great tournament.
right,
So getting a medal in Asian Badminton Championship was a huge thing. So we lost out in the quarterfinals to Indonesian pair.
right, right.
So yeah, we lost in third game, actually third 21-16, I think.
Yeah, I mean, look, I mean, I'm sure you will gain a lot of strength, as you said. In top 32, I think you have to compete with the players who are higher in the ranks.
Yes.
As you compete more with them, play more with them, I think there'll be a lot of areas. I mean, for sure you'll improve over a period of time, and we look forward to see you playing more, kind of aggressive game and can't get better because you have the right person with you. I think CTC is extremely experienced. And as you rightly pointed out, I think some of those areas I wanted to understand, how do you plan? So you rightly mentioned about, discussing the finer
Correct.
intricacies,
Correct.
gaps and the kind of strokes. अभी सिंपल टर्म्स में अगर पूछूं जो बैडमिंटन नहीं खेलते हैं उनके लिए, कैजुअल बैडमिंटन तो सभी लोग खेलते हैं, मतलब बच्चे भी खेलते हैं, हम लोग भी खेलते हैं, लेकिन जो जिस स्पीड से आपका वो कॉर्क आता है, मतलब ऑलमोस्ट 300 to 400 kilometers an hour. I remember I was talking to Sindhu once, Saina thinks he was saying like 400
Yeah.
pretty much की स्पीड से आता है. What kind of trainings you guys go through? I know Gopi Chand sir is very specific about, ki training
So
किस
for
तरह से.
something, if I tell it in a basic language, for somebody who plays casual badminton, I
Right.
would first say that, your connection to the shuttle from your racket has to be like pretty much clear. The face of the racket should hit the shuttle like straight up.
Right in the center?
Yeah, right in the center, not in the corner, any of the corners.
Right.
Right in the center, and your racket should go straight.
Okay.
Hit the cock of the shuttle straight in the center, not in the corner, not here, not here, not here.
So it's
So
about
that
time.
pretty much,
So
sorry,
timing बहुत matter करता है.
timing, exactly. Timing matters. I think for a smash, timing is the most important because when you're jumping, आप power ले रहे हो body से. So, your whole power is generated and it's going through your hand from your racket to the shuttle. So if the connection is not good, it will probably go out, go to the net, cut हो जाएगा, धीरे चला जाएगा.
Right.
So probably footwork and all later भी सोच लें, अगर jump करना नहीं भी आता है, so probably just hit the shuttle through a straight face of the racket.
Right. Okay. Okay.
That would be the basic language I can make tell.
Right. And in terms of, so this is good. I think some of the younger guys, I mean, Synergy focuses mostly on the younger lots. I mean, of course, the new players coming like you and trying to make a name. We're talking to a lot of other players, but they actually get to see and hear from you and what should be the best strategy to, as you said, right, timing and fitness के term में, मतलब how do you plan your day? I mean, how do you go about ensuring?
So now that we're all into seniors, so we have specific programs. Like Monday morning will be on court with training with Gopi sir, on court training. Monday evening will be gym. Tuesday morning again will be on court, and Tuesday evening might be some kind of off court training, agility, some running, some sprint, some of the schedule. Wednesday morning will be train on court again. Evenings will be off, rest. Thursday morning again same on court and evening gym. Friday morning on court again, and then Friday evening will be again. If the week has been pretty much heavy, like it was for me this week, I felt the week was pretty heavy for me, so I took an off on Friday evening as well to prepare for Saturday morning.
Okay.
But otherwise, we have some kind of training, some maybe a light session because it's ending of the week.
Right.
But depends. Yeah. But then again, Saturday morning you have on court, and then the weekend it's all off.
So that's the kind of fitness and kind of routine you have.
Yes, we keep changing that. Sometimes we do train on Sundays as well, a session in the morning. ऐसा नहीं है कि बिल्कुल ही छुट्टी होती है. If sir feels that a session is required, probably the week was not that good of a quality or not that heavy, then we do a session on Sunday as well, only if required. But generally, most of the times we have an off.
Right. So all this is pretty much like a calendar. You have to follow the schedule and
मतलब if basic discipline you need to to sustain, I would say.
Brilliant.
Because at this level you need to take care of your body more than anything. As you're growing older, you just need to prevent injuries.
Right.
जब तक आप छोटे हो तो हो जाता है, मैनेज हो जाता है. इंजरी हो भी गई तो जल्दी रिकवर हो जाएगी या प्रॉब्लली नहीं होगी. आप थोड़ा कम सो गए एक रात को तो ज्यादा फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. बट प्रॉब्लली once you cross 24, 25, 26, when you're reaching late 20s, you need to take care of your body as well, your diet and everything.
And then better than, I mean, you yourself know how your body is reacting and coping.
Correct. I mean, I can make out a difference if I don't sleep well raat mein, then probably I have to cover it up in the afternoon. But if I don't sleep in the afternoon, I feel I can't do the evening session properly. Right. So I need to get that certain amount of sleep in the day to function.
I think that's the balance of thing, as you said earlier, is quite important. I think और how about like diet and all? वो भी routine में होता है कि ये diet करना है, ऐसा diet
Diet
करना
भी है, so either you can some of the players have a personal nutritionist.
है? Okay.
I was connected to somebody also, so I was generally following her diet plan for a while. If not specifically, once you're in this, that you know what to eat and what not to eat, what to avoid and what not to avoid. So like for basic, I would say that ठीक है, sugar बंद करना है, मीठा बंद करना है. Weekend पे ठीक है, कभी कभी आपने खा लिया, that is fine,
Right.
but generally focus on more of proteins, when to take carbs, if to eat roti or rice, sabji. So basics. Even when you're going abroad for tournaments, figure out what to eat, not
अरे,
just have
abroad में तो
burgers and.
काफी problems हैं. Abroad में, how do you guys manage to get something
No,
uh,
I think
like
I'm pretty much used to all the cuisines now, and I'm okay with it. I eat Japanese, I eat Korean barbecues and stuff, so I'm okay with it. मुझे तो अच्छा लगता है. I
awesome?
mean, yeah, I mean, whenever we go to Europe, we eat all steaks and everything and stuff. So, for vegetarians, I would say कि हाँ थोड़ा उनको problem होता है,
Yeah,
especially China जाके.
China
But
जाके.
other places like Europe and
Europe में still okay.
Singapore and everything, तो सब कुछ manage हो ही जाता है.
I
I think
remember
majorly मुझे ही problem हो रहा था as a non-veg to eat in China.
in China, especially in Taipei, and Taipei in China is
Taipei तो फिर भी was much better, I would tell you, because it was so much developed. I mean बहुत ज़्यादा westernized हो गया है Taipei, if I should
right,
say.
right,
बिल्कुल बहुत ही ज़्यादा अलग था चाइना से. मतलब
right.
Taipei was surprisingly, मुझे लग रहा था that I would feel बहुत problem होगा खाने को, but ऐसा नहीं था. I was getting uh, all the menus were in English to most of the restaurants, and I was getting basic food at least, if not of my choice.
Of your choice. That's good. In fact, I was talking to some of the tennis players, and they were actually telling me how difficult it is to get the food of their liking.
Hmm.
And unlike you guys, because you guys play in a covered shelter, it's
Yeah,
like
indoors.
yeah, mostly indoors. टेनिस गाइस को तो सामने धूप में
धूप में खेलना. Yeah.
पड़ता
No,
है.
it's a physical sport.
Yeah,
Both the racket sports are very physical.
it's very physical.
Especially, I mean, tennis and all. तो दिन में अगर आपको खेलना है in a summer
Right.
kind of weather, then of course you need to be very healthy.
Very healthy. So they are very particular about what kind of food they need.
Definitely, to last 3-4 hours on the tennis court, you need to be very healthy. You need to get your drinks and diets and everything on point.
Super. Okay. Some of the questions which I wanted to understand. You mentioned about your nutritionist, which you follow. Maybe I'll put that question in the document.
Yeah.
So it'd be good that if you can just connect.
Currently, I don't have any nutritionist, but I used to have. So she
Okay.
she gave me a brief plan when she was working with me. She was working with the academy, so all the players had that opportunity to have work with her.
Okay.
So her name is Mihira. She works with Reliance Foundation. So pretty much, I understood that she's putting a lot of thought behind what she's writing. So I really like that. So I'm trying to get in touch with her again, because now I think that I'm again playing at that level. So I need her guidance to maintain my diet, because I feel that if I'm traveling for 2-3 weeks in a row, I think I'm gaining weight. So I don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
I
And
need to know that what kind of food I should eat if I'm playing a tournament. If I'm losing, then those next 3 days, should I keep it light, or what? So I
right.
still need to get a little bit of balance, जो थोड़ा इधर उधर हो रहा है, because I know that, of course, by the time I'm reaching my third tournament, my fitness is taking a load. So to get that sorted, I need to.
You need somebody to guide you, yeah. And especially when you're traveling, क्योंकि उस time क्या खाना है, कितने amount में खाना है, क्या dieting.
Yeah, I mean, you won't imagine. I was in Denmark, then the next week I was in France, then from Paris I had to take a 14-hour flight to Taipei.
Right.
So those 3 days traveling for 14 hour, you're not thinking, your mind is not working.
Exactly.
You're reaching the hotel, you're just crashing, you're waking up, you're hungry, you're eating whatever you're getting, and then again, okay, next day se matches hai.
That's
You're jet lagged, you're everything. So
yeah.
it's
I
too
mean,
bad.
in those situations, if you have to perform, and then there's so much of expectations.
Of course, of course.
It's not
So
easy. Yeah,
yeah,
definitely. I think yeah, I mean at this level, you should definitely approach Mihika. Is it? If I remember.
Mihira.
Mihira, yeah. And then later on, if you can just connect us also. I mean, we will also
Sure,
reach out,
sure,
because
sure.
she can help a lot of other people who
Definitely. I
are
mean, she's working with the athletics team in Odisha, the national center.
mission
So
center.
she's been working very closely with them, and they've been providing great results. So
Yeah, so that'd be great for some of the people who still want to know a little bit about, probably cannot afford, but at least can get some clarity
not
around.
about afford. I mean, I understand. Okay, it might
Yeah,
get a bit expensive, but
say,
you know, the things she told me, ऐसा मुझे एक बार भी नहीं लगा कि मैं घर के खाने के कुछ बाहर खा रहा हूँ,
और
जो
खाना।
उसने मुझे बोला. She gave me a really basic thing. Okay, is this available? I said yes. This is available. Yes. This is not available. Okay, इसका भी substitute है. So basically, they have substitutes for everything. Only we
Sometimes,
think that okay, if Virat Kohli is doing a vegan diet or something, we also need to do that.
yeah,
And then if that's costing so much, we need to spend so much. ऐसा नहीं है.
ऐसा नहीं है. In fact, I'd say Indian food is probably one of the most balanced food ever
Of
in
course,
the
घर
world.
का खाना is I think the most basic food you can eat.
Yeah, true, true. I think it's when you are traveling that gets
Yeah,
difficult. You
I
know,
mean, obviously, if you're traveling for 2-3 weeks, then you need to figure out, अच्छा, okay, this food will give me this much, this food will give me this much. So then थोड़ा आपको work करना है कि ठीक है, मुझे choose करना है कि मैं कब और कैसे खा रहा हूँ और कहाँ पे खा रहा हूँ.
and in those situations, you need her help for sure to kind of guide you on. Super. And what will be your like go-to meal? कुछ नहीं मिला तो ऑमलेट बना लिया ऐसा कुछ.
So I love eggs, but my go-to meal, like a comfort meal, a unhealthy meal would be obviously butter chicken and lachha paranta for me.
Super, super.
I'm a Punjabi, so
पंजाब,
yeah, that is my favorite
ये
meal.
दिल्ली हरियाणा और पंजाब का और राजमा चावल भी बहुत चलता है उधर.
Rajma chawal, yeah, Sunday afternoon staple lunch.
Staple lunch.
राजमा चावल थोड़ा सा घी डाल लो and then just sleep. Rest the lazy Sunday. That is a staple North Indian diet.
So Wednesday को जब आपकी छुट्टी होती है, when you are resting, are you literally resting या फिर थोड़ा सा पार्टी वार्टी या फिर थोड़ा कहीं बाहर?
Wednesdays, not really. Wednesdays, because it's midweek, so Wednesday evening is pretty much basic. I eat my lunch and then go to bed for 1-2 hours, whatever. And then I wake up and then probably go out for a cup of coffee with any of the seniors of my friends.
Right.
Probably go out for dinner on Wednesday. But Saturday, yeah, probably we Saturday evenings we tend to go out and have dinners and go out and spend some good quality time.
Super, super. Interesting. And or Hyderabad से travel Delhi is not very frequent, I assume, or is
ऐसा नहीं है जैसे now obviously holidays are not a pretty thing in our sport.
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
true.
nobody believes in holidays. I mean that's how we were taught कि
It's like
छुट्टी
playing.
तो
Yeah,
अगर कुछ reason है जाने का then you go. Or if you really need a holiday, you really need to go home. You're not feeling great.
right.
Nothing is going on your way. Then sir खुद ही कहते हैं why don't you go home for a week and then come back. But generally, now that I think Abhi I'm doing pretty much decent, I don't need to take a break. So if it's not necessary, I don't travel to Delhi. But what I tend to do is, if I'm flying out, I try to book my tickets or get my tickets from Delhi.
Okay,
So that way I can spend probably a night at home or a few hours at home.
okay, okay. Nice, nice, interesting. And probably some couple of questions towards the end. Rohan, actually, आपके food choices के बारे में पता चल गया, but what's about like कोई favorite movie, favorite actors, favorite like इस तरह के मतलब
I'm a big Shah Rukh Khan fan,
शाहरुख खान.
so watched all his movies growing up, and yeah, he's my favorite actor.
अभी कौन सी latest movie देखी आपने?
Lately तो पठान ही देखी थी उस शाहरुख खान की, but watching a few web series these days,
So
The
web
Night
series
Manager on Hotstar, I liked it, so I'm watching that currently.
अभी just 2 दिन पहले आई है, if I'm not
Second season released just 2 days back, so binge watching that.
yeah, I'm looking forward to. तो अभी travel के time आप वही करते हो flight में या फिर
So
क्या?
Netflix and all, we can still download things, but Hotstar doesn't work outside of India.
Yes,
So
yes.
whatever works outside of India, I tend to leave it कि बाहर जाके देख लूंगा.
हाँ,
But जो नहीं चलता है जैसे Hotstar doesn't work, so I download on Hotstar whatever is possible and then I watch.
right.
Otherwise, yeah,
नहीं वो
because बाहर जाके तो टीवी का वो है ही नहीं है.
वो है.
Either you watch something on Netflix or you don't, or you use your phone and Instagram and stuff.
तो ये एकेडमी में नॉर्मली ऐसा कभी स्क्रीनिंग टाइप्स होता है कि सारे लोग एक साथ देख रहे हैं या
So
फिर
we have a cafeteria in the academy. So academy में cafeteria है, वहाँ एक TV है. So generally I lived in the academy for 10 years before I moved out. Now I've rented a place for myself, so I live out. But हाँ, एक ही टीवी एकेडमी में, वो कैफेटेरिया में है, तो जिसको भी जब भी देखना होता है सब साथ में मिलके कैफेटेरिया में देखते हैं. But I remember
Nice.
we had a big screening for Sindhu's Olympic finals in the
Yeah.
academy. So that was the biggest screening ever I had.
Nice. Nice. Amazing. Awesome. I think Rohan, pretty much we are done. I think thank you so much. We have one last question I want
Yeah.
to ask you. आपके batch में who are the players you think are really trying to make a mark, are bright futures? I know a few players I think coming up. I think Tanisha was one of them.
So I feel, see, as I said, Chirag, me,
Chirag,
Arjun, we
yeah,
three are from the same batch.
right.
Satvik is still again a younger batch. Krishna Prasad also a younger batch. Dhruv younger batch. Sai Pratik, Ishan, Tanisha. Unfortunate for Ishan, he was playing really well and he had an injury, so he's out for 6 months. But again, a very good talent. Tanisha is doing really well.
Okay.
So I think Ishan, Tanisha, when they were playing, they were doing really well in mixed doubles.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that he got injured. But I think he can make a great comeback and make a mark for himself. Dhruv, Arjun as a pair are doing really well. Satvik, Chirag, we know are doing pretty well. Gayatri and Teresa are doing really well in women doubles.
Right.
So I think these few names are pretty much who I think the next are in the
In the
star
main,
players of our country. Yeah,
yeah,
big names. Yes, definitely.
Superb, superb. Thanks a lot, Rohan. I think such a pleasure talking to you.
Oh, pleasure's all mine, sir. Thank you so much for having me.
Take good rest. We want